Hello and welcome back. In the last video, we built the ability to create new articles from the browser, but there are a couple of problems with it. First, it's not complete yet. The create action is not complete yet. And second, we made an error in the create action, which caused this error, which we need to fix right now. So first of all, I'm going to do rake routes. Okay, so the show path is article, okay? But we put here articles show. That is not the correct path in our create action. So first we're going to fix that. This is simply going to be article path, and then we're going to pass in the @article instance variable, okay? So that's one. So this error is going to be different. Let's try it out. If I go articles/new, and then enter in a title, hello new article, this is a test, create article, the action show could not be found. This is the error that should have been showing up, okay? Not the error that we got. So that is fixed. We fixed the path. But usually this is not how create actions look, okay? We have a couple of problems here. We're just assuming that the article will save and redirect to this path. So what if the information that's submitted for the title and description doesn't pass our validations? Then what do? Then we have a problem. So we're going to need to fix that. I'll show you what it usually looks like. I'm going to comment this out. Usually for create action, this is what it looks like. Okay, it takes the form if @article.save, then do something, else render the new template again. Okay, so if @article.save, do something, else render within quotes new, or you can just say :new, whichever you prefer. I prefer the within quotes. This will basically render the new template again, end. Now, what is this else condition? This means there were validations that failed, okay? Validations basically did not allow the article to be saved. So it'll render the new template again in order for us to attempt to create a new article again. Now what happens if it does save? We already know the second part, which is redirect to, and then any path we want. In this case, we want the article path and we're giving it article, okay? Now over here, if @article.save, we want to give some kind of message to the user, right? We want to say, hey, your article was created or something to that order. So an easy way to do that is flash and then notice, and we'll say article was successfully created. And so flash within square brackets, :notice equals within quotes, article was successfully created. All right, let me save that. So, and then I'll get rid of all this other code. And I will uncode this because we still need to create article with the article params. All right, and I'll get rid of this. Okay, now there's a bit of a problem. This flash notice, so now we have to handle displaying this notice. Where do we display it? So all the views in your application, so under app, views, all of these views are basically wrapped by this application HTML ERB page, okay? So every view you have, articles, pages, anything, is wrapped by application HTML ERB. This is a wrapper file. So anything I put in here will be displayed on every page. So when we have this helpful flash message displaying when an article is successfully created, we want to display that here. So let's go ahead and add the messages here. So over here, I'm going to say embedded Ruby. So what we're doing here is flash. So I'm going to say flash.each do, then pipe name and MSG pipe, okay? So flash.each do pipe name comma space message pipe, then close embedded Ruby tag. And since this is a block, I have to end it. Okay, so end. Over here, we're going to say ul and then li open embedded Ruby tag with an equals, and I'm simply going to display the message. Okay, close embedded Ruby tag, close li, then close ul. All right, and then the do block for flash is already closed with this end over here. So save that. So now I have a way of displaying the message when article gets successfully created. All right, so at this point, there is something else we have to do. Over here, what if validations do happen here? All right, let's see what I'm talking about. I have saved everything and my server's running. So over here, I'm just going to go to articles new. All right, if I leave title blank and description blank and I hit create article, notice nothing happens. There are no messages. It's not saying why it's not creating the article. The article is not getting created. Now this page is displaying again because I have this render new. It's basically failing this, going to the else of this if branch and rendering the new template again. So I need a way of displaying the errors or the validations that are preventing my article from getting saved. And we're going to do that in the new.html ERB on top over here. We're going to have a display for the errors. So how do we do that? Open embedded Ruby tag, if at article, which is our article instance variable here, dot errors dot any question mark, close embedded Ruby tag, then something, and then I have to close the if, so I'll just put the end right now. All right, so within here, if article.errors.any, then I want to display the errors. So embedded Ruby tag at article.errors.full_messages.each, we're going to do, so at article.errors.full_messages, so for each full message, do something, and then message, close embedded Ruby tag, and then I'll close that. What do we want to do for each message? I simply want to display it. So I'll do something like this, embedded Ruby, and then message. Okay, but I could have more than one message. I could have more than one error because I have validations for title and description. So I'm going to put this in li tag, then close the li, and then this whole thing I'm going to put in a ul. All right, so ul tag, put this in there. There you go. This is for the end. And then at the end of it, I will just close the ul tag. All right, so now I have a way of displaying my errors, any error messages. So if I go over here, reload this page, check it out. Title can be blank, title is too short, description can be blank, description is too short. All 4 validation messages. But it's not saying over here that there's an error. So what I'll do is over here, I'm going to add an h2 tag and say the following errors prevented the article from getting created. Okay, then close the h2 tag, save that. Let's try again. The following errors prevented the article from getting created, and it gives all of these error messages. Perfect. So now, next step would be to try creating an article. So I'll say, hello, new article. This is a new article again. Click on create. The action show could not be found for articles controller. So let's quickly add this show action. All right. So back here, first thing I want to do is in my articles controller, I'm going to add the show action right here. So define show end. And what is the instance variable going to be for my show action? Notice on top here, the link articles/11. So it's trying to show a specific article. All right. So the ID of my article is 11. And that's what I need to basically show, because this is going to be passed in to my through my params hash to my article. So at article equals article.find, and from my params within close bracket :ID. All right. So sorry, there's a params here. So at article equals article.find. From my params hash, I'm going to find it based on the ID. So in this case, it would have been 11, right? So if I save that, then if I try to basically show this page again, now it's saying that I'm missing a template for article show. Now I have the action. So let me go ahead and create a template. So under views, articles, if you right click here, new file, show.html.erb, and pull it up, and then h1 showing selected article. Now what do I want to show here? I want to show the title and description. So I'm going to put this in a p tag and then title and space embedded Ruby with an equal, since I'm going to render something, and I'll say at article.title, close the embedded Ruby tag, then close the p tag. So there you go. And then another p tag, I'm going to say description : then open embedded Ruby tag again. I'm going to say at article.description, and then close the p tag again. Okay, so over here, it's going to grab the article instance variable. It's going to show the title, and then it's going to show the description over here. And for this scenario, it would have shown for article with ID of 11. All right, so let me reload this page. Check it out, showing selected article, hello new article, description, this is a new article again. And notice that message, article was successfully created, has also displayed. So I reload this, it'll go away because that was only designed to stay for one redirect cycle. Okay, so it stayed after this redirect, it still showed, but then once I refresh that page, it no longer showed. All right, so let's test this out. I'm going to create a new article. So articles/new. I'm going to try to create a new article. Okay, so the error messages are showing. If I try to do A, then two of these should disappear. Now description can be blank. Okay, this is article 12. Create article. Article was successfully created. Showing selected article, AAA, description, this is article 12. Perfect. So my show action is working, and my new action and the create is working as I want, including the messages. So at this point, let me make a commit. So I'll do git status to see all the updates I've made. Now git add -a, git commit -m, fix create, add flash and error messages, create show. That's three things we've done. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now git push to push our code to our repository. All right, perfect. Now in the next video, we'll work on editing articles. I'll see you there.